Assalamu alaikum all. Introduce myself. My name is Icha Rizki Rimarsya from Class Management 23A with NPM 234105-9. Here I will explain the material regarding the protection of business legal courses. Consumer protection is an effort to protect and ensure consumer rights in transact or use products and services. Consumers are anyone who buys or uses goods, services, or facilities provided by business actors. Consumer protection in Indonesia is regulated by Undang Law No. 8 of 1999. This law applies to all regions of Indonesia and regulates the rights and obligations of consumers and businesses. Consumer protection goal. The purpose of consumer protection, as referred to in the provisions of Article 3 of Law No. 8 of 1999 concerning is raise awareness, consumer abilities and independence to protect themselves. Lifting dignity and dignity of consumers by avoiding it from negative access to goods and/or services. Increasing consumer empowerment in selecting, determining, and demanding its rights as consumers. Creating a system that contains elements of legal certainty and information openness and access to obtain information. Raise awareness of business actors about the importance of consumer protection so that they grow an honest and responsible attitude in trying. Improving the quality of goods and/or services that ensures the survival of the business production of goods and/or services, health, comfort, safety and safety of consumers. Principles of consumer protection. The consumer protection law in Indonesia regulates a number of principles that form the basis for providing protection for consumers. Principles of benefits. The principles of mandate that any efforts in administration must provide the great benefits for the interests of consumers and the overall business actors. Thus, protection is directed to create a balance of profits for the all parties involved. The principle of justice. The principle of justice aims to ensure that the participation of all communities can be maximized optimally and provide opportunities for consumers and business actors to obtain their rights and carry out obligations in a fair manner. In consumer protection, the principle of justice is the basis for balancing the rights and obligations between consumers and business actors so that no one is harmed. Principles of balance. The principle of balance is intended to create a balance between the interests of consumers, business actors, and government, both in terms of material and spiritually. With this principle, it is hoped that these principles can include aspects of the interests of all parties involved in the transaction or economic activity. Principles of consumer security and safety. The principle of consumer safety and safety aims to provide assurance for the safety in the use, usage, and the use of goods and/or services consumed or use. Business actors are required to provide safe products and services for consumers to avoid potential hazards or losses. Consumer protection principle and basic rights. Then, answer to your second question, the principle of consumer protection is regulated in Article 2 of the Consumer Protection Law and its explanation, as follows. The benefits are intended to mandate that all efforts in consumer protection must provide a big benefit for the interests of consumers and business actors as a whole. The principle of justice is intended so that the participation of all people can be realized optimally and provide opportunities for consumers and business actors to obtain their rights and carry out their obligations fairly. The principle of balance is intended to provide a balance between consumer interests, business actors, and government in the sense of material or spiritually. The principle of consumer safety and safety is intended to provide guarantees for security.